How's everybody doing today? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about something definitely that's pretty interesting. That is, should you buy Bitcoin right now? If you guys actually go to my channel and go back, a few years ago I used to post a ton of videos on cryptocurrency. I was doing Bitcoin videos, stuff like that, and it was actually getting a pretty decent amount of views. That was the time when Bitcoin was at its peak and a lot of people were actually buying it or maybe interested in it because it was jumping up like crazy. So we are going to be talking about it today and talking about specifically Bitcoin, but we might brush up on some other cryptos as well. So let's just jump straight into it. So if you guys look at Bitcoin right now, it's about, by the time I'm recording this video, it could be up and down, like Bitcoin's really volatile, but as of February 17 when I'm recording this, it's at 9,700. And if you go to its peak, which was way more than, it was about 2 years ago? I think it was the beginning or end of 2017. Yeah, it was. The peak was just under $20,000. So it's halfway from its peak. Basically, since the fall of Bitcoin, a lot of people exited and have never gone back. But it's been a few years now, and Bitcoin hasn't gone away. Like, it's still a pretty decent. Like, there's over $170 billion in Bitcoin. So let's first start out with what is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is basically, it's pretty hard to explain, but hopefully I can do my best. It's basically a cryptocurrency that is secured and no one can make more of it. No one can burn it. There's only going to be a set amount of said bitcoins, and those bitcoins are digital currencies that's run through something called a blockchain, and that's only exists essentially just online. Now there's been over 45 million, so it's definitely pretty popular. Actually, no, that's 45 billion of Bitcoin traded every hour, so there's definitely a lot of Bitcoin traded. And it's very volatile. Let's just say that as a money source right now, it's very volatile. Now, if you look at the supply, there's currently 18,000 Bitcoins, right? But I don't know what time period it is, but every year there's going to be more and more until it hits 21. So the creator of Bitcoin, which we don't know who it was, actually the creator of Bitcoin's, no one knows what it is, set or made the coin so that it would cap out at 21 million. Once there's 21 million Bitcoins, it's going to stop, and there's never going to be any more. Now, there theoretically is Bitcoin that are just lost in random people's wallets that have maybe passed away or just are gone. So we don't know exactly how many are active right now. But yeah, now since we got that out of the way, the history, stuff like that, should you buy it? Obviously don't take any of my advice as investment advice. Do your own research, obviously, but I would definitely say right now it's kind of a gamble. If you're gonna buy it, I would definitely not sell. If it goes, let's say it goes to 8,000 tomorrow or next week, don't sell it. This is something that you should only invest in if you have maybe some money that you're willing to lose, but you also would like to see potentially grow, maybe double in a span of a few years, I would say, at least. So next year it could go back down to 5,000, but in 10 years from now, it could be used a lot by people that aren't necessarily into using paper money. Everyone's now moving to Bitcoin. If that's the future, which a lot of people are saying, then you might see another surge like we saw. But if it does surge again, I think it might go to 20s or 30s of $1,000, and you may make a significant amount of money. But that's talking about potentially 2 to 5 years, if not a decade into the future. So I would definitely buy, if you want to buy Bitcoin, I would definitely buy it. Make sure you don't lose it. Keep your information of your keys, or if you buy it off Coinbase, if you do want to buy it off Coinbase, I want to leave my link down in the description. I believe if you make an account, I think you get $10 Don't quote me on that, but I think you get $10 for free if you want to do that. Make sure you keep your password safe for Coinbase, just an example, and just set it and forget it. That's what I would personally do. I actually do have some Bitcoin myself. It's not a crazy amount, but I do definitely have some Bitcoin, and I'm gonna be basically keeping it, and I'm gonna keep it for like a decade. I'm probably gonna keep it for 10 to 20 years, unless it goes up so much that I'm willing to take profits. I think I'm just gonna keep it until like 10 years at least in the future, and just see what happens. That's what I'm doing personally. I don't have a ton of money. I'm willing to lose that money, but I definitely want to see what it could happen to it in the future. But yeah, that is that. So there's a lot of stuff you can talk about in Bitcoin. There's a lot of other cryptocurrencies, but I would definitely stick to the top. If you see the top 10, even not even top 10, I would only buy maybe a few coins. I'm gonna go over, if you guys buy Bitcoin, but maybe you like some other coins, there's only 3 other coins I would personally buy. Bitcoin's one of them. Number 2 is Ethereum. That's definitely a decent coin, and a lot of people say that it's a lot better than Bitcoin, but you never know. I would definitely stick to Bitcoin or Ethereum. XRP is a hit or miss. I would probably stay away from this because you don't know what can happen. This actually has seen the least, if you go look at the chart, right? If you go to all time, the highest point it was is $3. It's nowhere near $3. Like, it should be at $1.50. So it hasn't recovered as well. So I would stay away from that. And the last one, this is a really good coin, I would say, is Binance Coin. I don't want to get too deep. Obviously, I wasn't really wanting to talk about these coins, but the reason why this is so good, it's actually almost at an all-time high. The all-time high was 36. Like, it's not that far from its all-time high. I'm talking about cryptocurrencies, at least. The reason is because this coin is used at the biggest cryptocurrency exchange, and there's actually demand for it. Like, this coin is used when buying and selling. When you buy and sell Bitcoin, you're using this coin. So it's actually a pretty big demand. There's almost $500 million traded every single day. So there's a big demand for Binance Coin, which is why I would say this, Ethereum, and Bitcoin are probably the 3 you should stick to if you do decide to get into cryptocurrency. And definitely do your research before buying anything. Don't just listen to me and go ahead and do it. But yeah, that is my personal take on Bitcoin. I would definitely not put all your eggs in one basket at all, especially with Bitcoin. So it could be used as a way to kind of have an extra thing to put your money in if you're thinking about doing that. But yeah, that is pretty much it about Bitcoin. Once again, if you guys do want to do it, I think I'm going to leave my Coinbase link. If you guys want to just open up a Coinbase and put some money into Bitcoin, I'm going to leave that there. And yeah, I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So if you guys can subscribe to this channel and help me out, that would be really appreciated. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.